Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, my good friends over at Patreon, my subscribers who part very kindly with their money every month for me to do all this crap, have been sort of telling me that they'd really like me to just make a track. And I've kind of been putting it off because I thought, oh, there's such a broad topic. You know, there's so many different ways you could make a track in any bit of software. And but I didn't want to disappoint them, so I ran a little poll, and I decided to choose some options to sort of impose some limitations, and just to kind of narrow down the bandwidth of whatever it is I'm supposed to do. Anyway, so the options were make a track using only the session view with clips, follow actions or scenes, make a track using only the arrange page, make a track using only one drum rack. No one voted on that. That was the one I was hoping to do. Make a track using only one sample. Make a track using only one instrument. Anyway, everyone voted for the top one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and sort of... I'm not going to make a track. I'm just going to come up with musical ideas just using clips, the session view, and maybe most likely a load of follow action stuff. So what I'm going to do to start with is find a bass sound. Oh, boo. I like that picky one, a bit of spring reverb on there. So this is what I thought it would just end up being, me browsing things. Hang on a minute, let's put the magic limiter so things don't get stupid. Right, where were we? Oh, I don't know. That one will do. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is what am I going to do? Let's turn warp on. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use follow action to basically create a little sequence. I'm going to set, let's just duplicate a load of them. Let's duplicate 4 and let's play them. They're all going to go to the next clip. Let's see what happens. All right, so let's just basically change the duration of that. Cool. All right, so we got a little rhythm there. Let's hang on a minute. Let's set them all to Complex Pro, or just Complex. Okay, so there's bottom one. I'm just going to pitch up a little bit, minor third. Cool. It's a little kind of polyrhythmic. That's okay. Let's duplicate them all again and pick a few different notes. Oh, I'm not sure that's too long, that one. So let's get some kicks. Oh, more kicks than hot dinners. Oh, not that one. Bloody hell. Let's just clubby. Oh, bit aggressive. Kind of hoping for something a bit more mellow. That'll do. All right. Let's find a hi-hat now. Come on. All right, that'll do. All right. And snare. Snare. No, that's a loop. All right, that'll do. Okay, so let's just move that hi-hat to there, and we'll do the same thing here. We'll just set them all to go every second, and then every 2 beats. See what we get. Let's re-trigger that scene. Hey. All right. Let's take another bass sound now. If it gets boring, just tell me to stop. Oh no, wait, you can't. Alright, let's get another bass sound. actually hear them. That'll do. All right. Okay. So I'm actually just gonna, oh, it's at a different key if I warp it. That's irritating. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to reverse that. And I'm just basically going to do sort of the same thing. I'm just going to sort of have loads of them. And they're going to play every every kind of like bar or something. I'll just set them all to play random ones, and then I'll just pitch them all to different notes. So we'll have a that's okay. So we'll have this one to a minor third, this one to a fourth, this one to a fifth, this one to a major sixth. We're going for a Dorian thing. Yeah, funky. That's that one for, hang on a minute. How many have I done here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Oh, I missed. Okay, so, okay, never mind. I'll do that one at the end. Okay, so to minus seventh there, and then we'll have this one for an octave, and then this one can be my major second, and let's just play those. All right, okay, so actually, let's select all of those and whack them up an entire octave. Let's see what happens. All right, now I'm going to duplicate that, and we'll get some harmonies. Moody and a bit jazzy and weird. Let's group them, and I'm just going to EQ them like an idiot. Where's that auto filter? Let's plonk that in there and just roll off a bit of the bass. A bit of wobble. All right, why don't we put a little bit of funk in there. This isn't really the sort of music I'd make, to be honest, but whatever, it's YouTube. Oh! Alright, we need a hi-hat now. Let's get, we need like a 16 beat thing from somewhere. Let's see what we have here. Let's go to our hats again. Okay, let's take these two, plonk them in here, just move my mic over there. All right, and these ones will do something similar. They can go to the next one. All right, a ride. I think I've got a ride folder, but I don't have that many rides. Bit disappointing. Need to get some more rides. That'll do. Ride can go again for, play again for that long. Oh, it didn't do it. There we go. Alright, we're already starting to find a little bit of a track here. Let's do completely the wrong thing by chucking a compressor on the master bus and mix into the compressor. Oh, it's a terrible mistake to make, but it's so fun, isn't it? want a break now. I want to put some breaks in. I recently went through some of my breaks and... No, not that one. Yeah, that one will do. All right. Hopefully it'll snap to the time I want. It's a little pedestrian, this track. Oh, well. What I'm going to do with this break here is I'm going to solo that and my mic, and I'm going to sort of do a little thing here where I'm going to have it play for 3/4 of a bar, and it's going to go to a random one, and then I'm going to duplicate that, and that's going to go for have I done my maths right? 1, I think, and then it's going to go back to the first. Let's see what that does, and so that we can hear what it does, I'm just going to grab a little funky fill there. All right, not what I was expecting. So what did I do wrong? Maybe I need to go to through. Okay, there we go. I need to go to 3 bars, and then this one for 1 bar, I think. All right. And then why don't we get a crash? Let's get a crash cymbal in there. Where are my cymbals? Here we go. These are all kind of crap. Oh. Ooh. Whoops. Oh, these are all dreadful. All right, we'll just use that one anyway. All right, let's move my mic over here, and let's set this to go every 4 bars and play again. So none of these percussion sounds are warped. Well, the bass is warped, but everything else, yeah, so the melodic sounds are warped, obviously the drum break is, but all the percussion sounds aren't warped. So often when I'm sort of lurking on Ableton groups or forums, I hear a lot of people ask, oh, how do I loop a clip that isn't warped? Well, you go to follow action and you go play again. That's how you do it. That's how I'm doing it with this ride here. All right, let's see how it sounds. Changed my mind about that pad thing. We can introduce more pads by just duplicating. It's random, but Alright, why don't we do some sidechaining? Everyone loves a bit of that, don't they? Sidechain, everything. Must sidechain it. Right, so I've got a bass drum here. That's going to go, I'm going to go play again. And it's going to go for 1 beat. Okay, I'm going to use that as my sidechain trigger in this synth group, this pad. I'll use, what shall I use? Well, I'll obviously use a compressor, but which one? Sounds dreadful. I'm not even sure that that's even in vogue anymore. You know, you can do exactly the same thing just by using like an auto pan. Like this. Like this, I'm going to show you. Like this. It's all gone out of time. We're going to have to re-trigger the first scene. Don't need that bass drum anymore. What else can we do with it? I'm just going to get rid of these sends. I'm not using them at the moment. What can we do? Maybe some sort of quirky, goofy melody thing. Let's have a listen and look. Let's look and listen for some sounds. Might remember that one for later, but if I could highlight that as the Ableton browser, it'd be cool if you could just set them to be a certain color or something. That'd be cool. All right, let's just use that one. I don't know. Oh, whoa! That just scared the shit out of me. I thought that was someone walking into my room. Spooky. All right, let's use that one. This is why I don't really do videos about making tracks. It's just all browsing. Right. Oh, excuse me. By the way, tonight I'm drinking Guinness Dublin Porter. Other porters are available. It's delicious. Chocolatey, licoricey. What was I going to do? Okay, so I'm going to solo this. Pitch. Oh, it's gone out of tune with it. Should be roughly in tune with everything. Oh, sounds weird. All right, so again, I'm just gonna pitch it to weird stuff. Something that might resemble a scale. See what happens, and I'll just tell it all to do others. Suddenly it's all gone. The Terminator. I mean, that's kind of dreadful, but I'll go along with it. No. This has gone to shit. Okay, so when it all gets a little bit much, what do? You mute some things. Let's mute the ride and the hats and that one as well. This stuff. It's kind of dreadful. Unfortunately, we can't reverse every single one when they're selected like that. How am I going to make this a bit more, or rather a bit less irritating? Maybe with some effects. Let's try and gate some stuff out. I know what to do. Yeah, I know. I don't need to use the gate. What I'll do, I'll turn that off. I'll go to beats and I'll set that to transient. There should only be one transient at the start of each clip. There we go. So we got another thing. Actually, this track's turning out all right. I take it back. You know, one of my favorite things I like to do is do some random dubs. Let's put a return track in. Oh, Where is the return track there? It's all getting a little bit small, well, rather large. I should say, let's make everything, okay, let's make all the, actually I can minimize that, can't I? All right, let's, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, so I have this little beat repeater preset which I made, which I like to chuck on return tracks, and it's set to gate. And what it does is it should kind of just randomly let some sound through at random points, and then what I like to do is chuck it on a return track, turn the send up on the track I want to send, and chuck a huge reverb on. Something like 60 seconds. No, that was a joke. Something like that. It's not bloody doing it. Oh, I did it on the wrong channel, that's why. Okay, now it's going to do it. I've got it on the right channel. There we go. And why don't we duplicate that? Oh, can't duplicate return tracks. So let's just copy it all then. Why can't you duplicate a return track? Oh. And this one I'll put a auto pan on after the reverb. That can sound cool, can't it? I don't know what good music is. I'm just a chancer. I'll tell you what I like to do as well is run that into an amp. Really lo-fi it up. Okay. Hang on, it's all gone out of time. Let's re-trigger the first thing. I'm going to put that pad on its own return track. With some more reverb, I think. Actually, it's only going to go to that. Tell you what, if you want to know a really good way to do that kind of shimmer, get your reverb, get your grain delay, and set the pitch up quite high. Bring that down. Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. Let's have a little summary here. So we've got some bass follow action stuff going on here. Let's have a listen. reverse some of these maybe. Cool, and then on the next one we've got the drums, which are basically just moving down like that and then back to the top like that, to a very basic drum pattern. And then the pad is just basically loads of... I can't be bothered to explain how the pad works. This is 2 hi-hats just moving to create a 16th thing. Is it 16th? Yeah. And a ride. Break. Yeah. Let's just re-trigger all of that first scene again. So there you go. You can kind of make a whole track just using clips and getting them to trigger in fun ways. Experiment, come up with things you wouldn't normally do. I don't know. Not the kind of track I might make, but, you know, it's cool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'm going to go and zip that up and put that on the internet now for my patrons. And if you're watching, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for taking part in the poll. See you very soon, I hope.